Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Whoa. Things falling off here, left, right, and center. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Titoclock. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a cold. At least I hope it's a cold and not the other thing. Just in case, you see my eyes watering or I sound a little funny. It's only because I've just picked up some kind of, I don't know, call it a cold or whatever it is. But we're here. We're live, of course. We're nationwide. No, we're international, of course, because we're on the internet. So give us a little bit of your time and we'll reward you with the best in, well, we got so much. We got news and information. We've got Free Plug Friday. We're also drawing out 2 great prizes today. Guys are wondering already. Let's go pretty quick and say hi to some of the Titoclockers. It's really watering, sorry. It's really just a cold, sorry. It's promise. No, nothing major happening here. Musta? I've got some kind of either an allergy or cold. I'm not sure. I don't normally get these things, but every time I speak up, I talk, I tend to get this, eyes watering and stuff like that. So we'll try our best to get through it as cleanly as possible. We got ourselves a great raffle today. We got the spin bike. We've got Busy Bee cleaning, which is great. Just had that done in the place, and it smells fantastic. Nothing like a clean home. He cleans your mind out too. They say your home is your sanctuary. If you treat it like that, you have it clean. It smells clean. It looks clean. That organizes your mind as well. So that's a great prize to be giving away. Let's say hi to a few more other people. Chris, sorry, man. I'm trying not to cry, but it's just really hard, every time I speak, no matter, and it's the paradox here is that the happier I am, or the more, good vibes I'm feeling inside trying to fight through this, the more it tears, because it's like, I'm trying to just fight through conflicting type of things going on. But it's all good. It's just, we all get a little under the weather every now and again. And if you can put up with the voice, last up magkape. Ito, tignan mo, my name pa, James Mini. Yes, feels really good to have a nice cup of coffee. Also, take vitamins and stuff like that. We got also these all around. So it's like a botica over here. All right, so let me go. Ray's asking, shout out, Sir Ray Baste, how to join on your spin. Okay, Ray, not Ray. Quickly go over to the page and look for the last couple of posts. It's like 2 posts down maybe, and just leave a heart, leave a comment, leave a spin bike, leave whatever you want. Just be present. If you just leave a comment of something, you'll automatically be in the draw. We're going to be doing that 5:30, so the software will be dragging out all those comments at about 5:20. We still have about 15, 17 minutes to go for that before we draw it out. Okay, so be quick, go over there. What else we got out there before we kick things off? Shout out to Muntinlupa City for the lane. And Lovely's hoping she wins, of course. I guess that's a girl, I'm assuming. Thank you, Jesse. Really, I think it's just a little bit of I gotta ride this out. Got to take a couple of things and then sleep it off, and we'll be fine by the morning. The first time I think I've had a cold since before the pandemic. The entire pandemic went by, never got COVID, never got a cold, never got anything like that. And now everything's opened up. I'm traveling next week. Now I have a cold, but it should be all good. Anyway, let's get things started with how we always do. To all get on the same page and find out what's happening out there in our world, we need Chris. Chris, what you got for us with Titoclock News?
Yeah, hello, Tito James. Get well soon. Happy Friday, my fellow Titoclockers. This is Chris, and here is your Titoclock News. The Philippine Coast Guard said today it has sent its flagship vessel, BRP Teresa Magbanwa, on January 28 to the Kalayaan Island Group, West Philippine Sea, to strengthen and increase its presence in Manila's exclusive economic zone. BRP Teresa Magbanwa is a 97-meter multi-role response vessel acquired through a soft loan from Japan. After a week of deployment to the Kalayaan Islands, BRP Teresa Magbanwa shooed away a Vietnamese-flagged fishing vessel engaged in long-line fishing operations in the waters off Recto Bank. The fishing boat departed Recto Bank, escorted by BRP Teresa Magbanwa. Shortly after their deployment, the crew of BRP Teresa Magbanwa boarded Filipino fishing boats in the waters in and around the Kalayaan Islands to advise them to radio the PCG, or the Armed Forces of the Philippines Shores units in the area for assistance. PCG's men and women will always be prepared to fulfill our obligations to every generation of Filipinos to the fullest, PCG Commandant Admiral Artemio Abu said. Kalinga province now has under its belt two Guinness World Records, the world's largest number of male gong beaters and largest number of female banga or earthen pot dancers. Guinness World Record adjudicator Kazuyoshi Kirimura declared Wednesday evening that Kalinga got the two world records after 3,440 male gong beaters and 4,681 female banga dancers filled the grounds of Kalinga Sports Complex during the Awong Chigangsa Agtun Chibanga, which means a call of 1,000 gongs, the dance of 1,000 pots festival. Governor James Eduba and Congressman Alan Jesse Mangawag received from Kirimura two certificates confirming the size and numbers of the participants, thus marking the province as having the largest gong ensemble and largest banga festival in the world. The event is part of Kalinga's 4th Bodong or Peace Pact Festival 2023, coinciding with the province's 28th founding anniversary. After welcoming the revelers, the beating of gongs ushered the entry of participants from 7 towns, forming a dove-like tableau, symbolizing peace among the Kalinga tribes. Universal Studios Hollywood visitors can leap over to the new Super Nintendo world and see Japanese video game designer Shigeru Miyamoto's Mushroom Kingdom come to life with vibrant colored coin blocks, warp pipes, piranha plants, and beloved characters like Mario and Luigi. The theme park in Los Angeles features Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, which allows players to battle Team Bowser in the racing game Mario Kart. Visitors can also eat at Toadstool Cafe and get Nintendo swag at One Up Factory Store. Guests can level up by wearing an interactive power-up band, a colorful slap bracelet that stores digital coins, and keys that unlock access to challenges like a battle against game antagonist Bowser Jr. The theme park world is meant to ignite interest from both new and seasoned fans of the Mario games through an immersive experience. The opening of the park will be followed by the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which arrives in theaters on April 7 and stars Guardians of the Galaxy actor Chris Pratt, who voices Mario. Luma Russo of Brazil bested 37 other delegates to win the first ever Miss Charm International title held recently in Ho Chi Minh City. Annabelle McDonald of the Philippines won as first runner-up, while Olivia Tan of Indonesia was the second runner-up. From the top 6 finalists, the top 3 were deftly revealed through a portrait painting done on stage by a draftsman. Annabelle was appointed by the Miss Universe Philippines or MUPH organization to compete in the Vietnam-based pageant months after winning as first runner-up in the national pageant. An interesting perk of joining the Miss Charm International competition is the subsidized free transportation to and from Vietnam that's enjoyed by all the delegates. With Annabelle winning as first runner-up, pageant observers are guessing that one of the 3 crowns at the forthcoming Miss Universe Philippines 2023 pageant will be Miss Charm. That was the latest from Titoclock News. And now it's time to brace ourselves for this week's dose of sweet potatoes, brought to us by Kamote Korner.
You gotta go easy on me today, Chris. All right, go easy. I'm sick.
You have to take it easy.
Right, but I got this feeling that you're gonna be like,
You
It's
know,
one stuff that's not going to be good for my
sometimes
conditioner.
it's the Tito clockers. This is your test, Tito James, to kind of lay low on the lecture and homily.
Okay, so yeah, let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go.
Pump up on vitamin C's. Here we go. Let's go. The first one is something you posted earlier, or about less than an hour earlier.
Okay.
Um, we call this the Street Fighter. Shout out
I
to Jet TV
oh yeah.
Vlog. Yeah. So you posted this on Facebook. Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
here we go.
Oh,
This is not good for your colds.
not good for any,
Not
not
good for
good for
anyone.
yourself, this one. Pero ang
Ah,
labo talaga ni, look at him, he's, oh my
he's just
God.
going for it.
Yeah. Oh man. And he
I
uses
mean,
his helmet pa. He
true.
uses his helmet pa to hit him on the head with his own helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Just really, really bad. I don't know what he pulls out of here.
Just a bag. Actually, kinabahan ako dyan. I thought he was gonna pull out something else.
Yeah. I thought it was a tire wrench or worse, a gun.
True.
But
Yes.
yeah, handbag pala ni Kuya. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just, it always goes back to the default for me. It's just never worth it. Just
Never worth it.
negotiate with it. Just tell yourself it's never worth it. If you just have that as your default,
Yes.
only if you're really in danger, like meaning like you're being physically threatened and you can't get away, then
True.
of course you've got like, let's say if Kuya over here. But to defend yourself, that's the most you can do. But if you can avoid it, that's the bigger man. Always,
That's
always,
right.
always. And I know it just doesn't feel like it sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm doing it. I'm feeling his pain. That's why. Uh, it just. I know men, especially men. Now, women go through this too. But men in particular,
Yeah.
we have this. We feel like we're
The
less of a man
ego.
to do something. When we really have to understand, it takes a lot more courage, a lot more self-discipline to be able to control yourself. That's a
Hundred
real.
percent.
It really is. I mean, answer me now. Does anyone look at the guy, the aggressor here, and say, "Wow, tunay na lalaki yan"? No,
No.
him in his head, only him in his head for a brief moment thinks that.
Right.
Nobody
Right.
else does. Then later
Mm-hmm.
on, this is all fleeting. All of this is fleeting, but the repercussions are forever, right?
Right.
If somebody, let's say, okay, he goes to either, I don't think he's going to go to jail, and that's not because I don't think he should. It's just because I know how our system works here. This guy will not even have to make, at most, he'll make a public apology at most, but he's probably just going to drive off and whatever. But
Probably not.
yeah,
I doubt it.
yeah. Now, the thing is, sometimes these things lead to death, serious
Mhm.
injury. And then what? And then what? Ask yourself, was it worth it? So he cut me off in the lane. Does it matter? No, it won't matter when you're in hospital.
Never.
Worse, 5, 6 feet under. Anyway,
Right.
you get it.
We get it. And if
I
there are
also,
kids
hey, listen,
watching, please
I
do not
hope he
do
will be
this.
jailed. We all do, because okay, I'm going to tread lightly here, but the thing is, the reason I have zero patience for this is because this could be your mom, this could be your son, your daughter, whatever. Road
Right.
rage it doesn't discriminate. You get into
Mhm.
this in your head where you really feel disconnected and you dehumanize the other person. This is the phenomenon of road rage, and ironically, it is also the same for internet rage, for keyboard rage, because you
True.
feel as if you are behind something in the car. You're encased in metal. You've got this. You're distanced from the other, so you can
Mhm.
actually dehumanize them. So you're not looking them as another fellow human being, a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, somebody that has to go home. You're looking them as just somebody that threatened you or got in your way. And the same thing happens with the internet. But yeah,
Right.
it's never worth it, because these are real lives, real humans, and
Mhm.
I don't have any tolerance for it, because later on they could attack exactly your mom, your sister, your brother. So it's not about, oh, men versus men. These things could just get out of hand.
Right. Right.
Anyway,
Woo. Okay, that was just the first one, Tito James.
yeah, I know, right?
So again, for the kids watching,
Turn the
parental
aircon on
guidance
now, because I'm so
is
mainit
advised.
ako.
Yan. Nainitan ka tuloy. Oh no, I think there's a bug coming in because I also just recovered from a flu a few weeks ago. So
Okay,
yeah.
I was just gonna say this is not contagious through the screen. Huh? Don't try and blame me
No,
for this. All right.
there are people who have colds also. Anyway, Tito James, the next one is a clearing operations in Calao. So it's a little bit violent also. There we go. I
Wow.
mean, the aim should have been good and, to clear the streets, but the methods people are using isn't really good.
It's so hard to. It's really so hard to comment on these things because it's really hard. It's so sensitive.
Right.
But if you look at it just from the law, I don't know about this call out, right? So I can't speak in particular about this incident, but in general, with the street clearing operations, again,
Mhm.
only there's already a rule. Therefore, we just look at the law, and the law should just be enough. And then you have
Right.
hard-headed people that won't move, right? Or
No.
they just coming back. So it is tricky because okay, that's how I look at it overall. But then there's so much nuance in between, right? There's so much that we're completely unaware of. And I say this without taking any side because, again, I don't know. But the nuances that I'm talking about are, like you've got, this is one people's livelihoods. Again, never mind the right and wrong or who, that's illegal. Let's just deal with the
Right.
emotion because this is what's happening here. It's triggered by emotion, not logic. So the
Mhm.
emotion, there's livelihood involved. These people have most, and again, not talking Kala, I'm talking in general, have most likely been there for years and been tolerated for many administrations and
Yeah.
LGUs. So along comes a new one or one that just wants to put their foot down now, and then this happens. So they're like, wait, we were allowed to do this last week and last the week before and the month before that. Why now? But that doesn't change the fact that it's always been illegal. And this is why I'm so particular about being very consistent with applying the rules because
Mhm.
this is what ends up happening. You give a little bit, and then later on, people who park illegally, people who put their stalls illegally, they feel entitled to this because ganyan
Yes.
na talaga, it's how it's always happened. But just because that's how it's always happened doesn't necessarily make it right. Again, I'm not specifically commenting on this because I don't know the dynamics behind this, but in my experience, it's always been the issue with street clearing operations. But I also agree with you. Sana, we should not ever have to resort to this. But
Right.
then the lawmakers will say, "Well, so what do you do?" And they just won't go, right? So it's
Mhm.
very tricky. The only solution that I can think that is pretty universal is be consistent with the application of the law. Always, all genders, all
Agree.
socio-economic, everything. Just treat everybody fairly, and then you'll have less and less of this, if none at all.
Agree. Agree. Super agree. 100%. We should always be consistent with everything, especially the law. All
Mm.
right. Woo! Thank
Ooh,
you, Tito James. May sakit pa
ooh,
yan.
oh, malapit
Next
na.
up, we have a driver with a dash cam that says "Not today" to a yellow van dahil marami siyang time to block.
I love these ones. I haven't seen this one, but I know what's happening. So spoiler
Yes.
alert, he's not moving. I'm guessing. Oh, he's one of
Yep.
those. Oh, he's one of
He
those.
has a lot of time today.
Ooh, because
So good
there's the
job.
one that will just hold his ground, and then there's
Yes.
this one who will actually now he'll play Frogger or the opposite.
Right.
Yun.
Right.
Okay,
Good job, Kuya.
okay.
Or ate, whoever you are.
Gotta all right, but disclaimer time. I don't encourage. I don't encourage this because again, like going back to the road rage thing, as much as dash cam guy is 100% in the right here, sometimes the
Mm-hmm.
taunting can lead to. So just pick your battles a lot because I'm not gonna lie, I'm human, so I get satisfaction out of seeing this. But then there's the
Same.
public side of me, and the road safety side of me that's saying, okay,
Yes.
just because I'm human and I get a nice sense of justice out of this, I wouldn't want to put anyone in a situation where they felt they could do this because it's cool and then something happens. So always bear in mind there are usually consequences for this, even when you're in the right. So please be careful. And again, if all else fails, go back to the default rule. Sometimes it's just not worth it. It's just not worth
True.
it. Having said that, let's put that in a box. Ang daming disclaimers today. I guess it's a code. Put that in a box, right? That's separate. Now it's in a box.
All
The
right.
other side of this is if you don't stand up, then these
Mhm.
cockroaches will just breed and they'll just continue and they'll just
That's
get worse
true.
and worse and worse.
That's
So I
true.
do understand the problem. Now, that problem would be easily solved if we had enforcers that did their jobs. But the reason that
Yes.
anti-ism is coming is because the enforcers kamot ulo, or sometimes worse, they take a little bit of something, and then
Yes.
this perpetuates. And then we put the law or take the law into our own hands, and that's when it gets very, very dangerous. So
That's
there.
true. Woo!
Whew.
Here we go. All right. Halfway there, Tito James. The next one, there's a lot of comments that says only in the Philippines. This one, I've never seen anywhere, but here, I guess, it's just a guy in a mini motorcycle. I think I've seen this, but not on the roads. I saw this in the province, maybe, but in the smaller areas where kids are playing and no one's getting hurt. And people using this are on the safe side.
I used to say only in the Philippines as well until I went to Africa and India. And then now I'm
Oh,
like, you know
they have
what?
created a lane there in India.
You know what? The Philippines, yeah, we don't top. We're not always
No, we're
the craziest. Africa and India, we run, I think, around third to them. But
yeah.
crazy nonetheless. No helmet pa si Kuya
No
nakachinelas.
helmet pa and you're wearing shorts and slippers. Very good.
Mhm.
For those who
So,
don't get it, I was being sarcastic. All right, last but not the least, I think this is a bike or scooter delivery along Katipunan, if I'm not mistaken.
ah, oh my God. That is like a tandem scooter, but very, very strange way of transporting it.
I mean, how did they do this?
I know,
I
right?
don't understand.
I know, it's bizarre.
Galing,
Well, I'm guessing he's got, it's bizarre still, but yeah, I'm guessing
right?
he's got one of those trays in the back, and then the wheel is by
Uh,
bad way to do
anyway, anyway, I hope the scooter was delivered safely,
it. I hope the human was delivered
and
safely,
and
actually,
and I hope the human, yeah,
and
delivered it
every
safely.
other human that he passed along the way. No,
Everybody stayed safe.
yeah, care less for the scooter at this point, but yes, the surrounding people that get hit by debris, yun, those are the
Right,
ones I'm concerned about.
right.
Yung wala siyang
Especially because it's a
pakialam sa,
school zone.
oo, yung walang pakialam sa katangahan mo. Was that correct? Was that correct, Tagalog? Did I say
True.
that?
Yes.
Did it?
Yung paki sa
Wow.
katulad mo.
Walang
Yes.
pakialam. Oy, oy.
Oh, di ba?
Oh, Tito
Your
James.
Tagalog is getting better. And you know what? Tito James, congratulations because we made it! Get lots of rest, Tito James. Congratulations in advance to our raffle winners. Stay away from kamote people, but always choose happiness instead with some Sugar Rush. So follow my events team on social media, everybody. That's Sugar Rush Entertainment PH for your party entertainment needs. Or you may shoot me a DM. This is Chris Napeñas. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. See you on the next one. Bye!
I like the hydrated part. I need that, Chris. Thank you very much to Chris. That's Chris with the latest in headlines. Chris, of course, all her details there. She does voiceovers and stuff like that for a living. So, hey, let's spread the love around. You could use voiceover, online host, or you could use her talent. Pop her a message. She would love to hear from you. And again, this is, at risk of repeating myself, there are always new people here. I saw somebody say it was my first time to watch live. Well, part of what we do over here is also spreading the love around with small businesses, those people who are trying to make ends meet, especially when they pivoted from the pandemic, from something they knew into something they didn't. And our little way of just giving them a helping hand is by dedicating a segment to them that we call Free Plug Friday. And Free Plug Friday is basically where we showcase the best that they have to offer. And if you could support them by anything you like there, if you see something you like, just go and support them. We'll always give you the IG or Facebook address as well, that you can get a hold of them. And that's the way we get the economy spinning around, get everyone back on their feet after that horrendous pandemic. And for that, we need X. What you got in the box there, X? Oh my gosh. There we go. Hey, matching.
Hi, DJs. Hi, everyone. Tito James, you sound like you, but just on a different octave. But anyway, guys, hello and welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, guys, feast your eyes on the screen. So first up, Tito James, how about we go to the first thing that...
Those.
Actually, yeah, I should give them. Here you go. All right, Tito James, and for everyone out there, and hi, Millie Manahan. This actually came all the way from Tagaytay, and what you're looking at is Hello Cafe. That actually hails again all the way from Tagaytay, and they serve different coffee. The one that we have right now is the cold brew. So imagine Tito James just traveled for 3 hours, all only to make it here to the studio on time. Are you gonna take a sip? Are you gonna try it out?
Sweetened pa. It's already sweetened.
And if you can see, Tito James, it actually sources out local beans, such as this one that came all the way from Atok Benguet, which is a single brew. So for coffee aficionados out there, I'm sure you guys would appreciate single brew coffee, or well, this is a single origin coffee. And also they have other things as well, such as pastries and other snacks. So what did you get yourself, Tito James? I think they sent us some pan au chocolat and some other things as well.
Okay, I've got the drip coffee in here.
Okay,
you
got the drip coffee.
Because
yes.
Not a lot of people have coffee machines or plungers, especially
Indeed.
if they did win a raffle. Nice segue there. Somebody did win a raffle. But anyway, these are like stuff that you just pour hot water over, and you get a nice drip type of coffee. So it's still better than the instant. Then you've got, what's this? Peppermint. Oh, this one. Oh,
this is actually tea. Tito James is perfect for you. I can actually give you the one that they sent over for me so that you can be on your way to recovery. So what they sent over is a peppermint green tea that even comes with its own...
Hey, it's actually like a heart.
Yes, because it's actually for Valentine's Day.
Oh, how sweet. Yeah, look.
It is very sweet. Thanks again, Millie Manahan, and thanks to the rest of Hello Cafe. So guys, if you're interested, price ranges between 120 pesos to 250 pesos for their coffee, while their food ranges anywhere from 100 pesos to 330 pesos. If you can't pay them a visit in their branch in Tagaytay, you can actually send them a message on Facebook and Instagram. Again, it's scrolling down below. Hello Cafe on Facebook and Instagram. Next, Tito James, we go to where everything fits. So those are the clothes that are right to your left that come in different colors. And actually, I have a model because apart from these clothes...
Oh, you're kidding me. I didn't know they were... I thought they were just... What?
No! I will show you, Tito James. The one that you're holding right now is actually...
Okay, because I only saw the model first. And the model, yeah.
The model is perfect, actually. The model looks like this. It's furry, it's brown, and it's rocket.
Okay, but they're human clothes pala.
They have human clothes. They actually started with human clothes because they opened during the pandemic when everyone was always in loungewear. So they thought of making products for people who are always lounging in their homes since people had the time even before.
Okay, so we're talking, these are official pambahay clothes.
Yes.
So
or if you want to go to the mall in your loungewear, that's cool too. No one's going to judge you. If you want to get groceries, go to
I got judged for my shoes the other day.
Tito James, if people saw your shoes, I'm kidding. Don't hate on Tito James' shoes. But Tito James, you know what's cool about these guys is the sizes go up to 5XL.
Okay.
So you'll never feel like you're going to run out of choices. And apart from that, they have different colors to choose from as well. So the one Tito James holding right now is color green. He also has a blue there, if I believe. Right?
So
There's
you're
also
saying,
blue.
is there something with the material or something that makes it like really more suited to pambahay, or is it what is
I think
it?
it's just really the fabric, right? If you hold the fabric, if you try the fabric, it's something that like makes you feel like you're right at home because it's so cozy to be in.
Yeah, it is.
I
It is.
mean, if you
I
could
wish
try
we
it
had a
for
way of showing the people how soft it is, and
right? If you
it's
can
a
put
bit
it
like
up
a
close.
combination between dry fit and cotton, because some dry fits, they're not necessarily. I don't really. It depends.
Exactly.
They're good quality dry fit. That's fine, but if they're not, they don't breathe well. Um,
Exactly, Tito James.
but this one's soft. Yeah, I'm gonna try that later on as a pambahay.
And Rocket's actually pretty happy because he also had himself some custom-made bandanas, and they actually sent 3 different colors also, and they all were they're all customized. And Rocket actually
They fit
posted it on
cats?
his Instagram.
Do they fit cats as well?
Do they fit cats? I am sure, but it depends on the diameter. But right now they only sell pet. I think it's just dog bandanas. But I can ask the owner if they also offer for cats because I'm sure Marshy would love to have one of
because
these as
when
well.
Rocket visits Marcy downstairs, all hell's gonna break loose. If Rocket's got this new
Own thing.
his little kerchief going on, his little neck
He's so
clothing.
serious, Rocket.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
so serious.
exactly.
This is gonna
He's
create
so
war.
serious. He's really imbibing this pet bandana over
He's
here,
falling asleep too. He's falling asleep.
He's falling asleep. He's falling asleep because because of course, because of the texture of the loungewear. I told you, it makes you feel like you're right at home.
Nice
Hi,
segue.
Kate. So guys, if you're interested, the price of each of these loungewears is actually, it starts at 200 pesos for a pair. And of course, it can go up depending on the size. Again, it's up to 5XL. While for the pet bandanas or the dog bandanas, the price is 200 pesos. So, and also, again, I'll ask if they're also available for cats as well. So again, guys, where everything fits, you can send them a message on Facebook, Instagram, or you can send them check out their website, whereeverythingfits.com.ph. So say bye, Rocket. Say see you later. All right. Last but not the least, Tita James, it's all out for Mike. The shirts that we are wearing right now, this is not actually technically a plug, but this came from a Free Plug Friday or OG sender back in 2020s because she, of course, sent over some products from Manang Cakes because she wanted us to, of course, promote her business on Free Plug Friday. But sad to say is that her husband right now is actually going through chemo because the brain tumor of her husband has recurred. And now what they're doing is a fundraiser for his chemo and other medications. So they really need our help, guys, during these trying times. So Titoclockers, if you want to help support, you can actually show your support by either buying a shirt. The shirt that Tito James and I are wearing right now, they also come in different sizes and prices 499 pesos for a shirt. And they also sell hoodies as well that start at 999 pesos. It's so tiring to talk. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can do this. And they also accept monetary means via their gogetfunding.com account. And you can see it scrolling down below, Go Get Funding. All you need to do is type all out for Mike's brain tumor. And you can also check out their Instagram page as well if you'd like to see how else you can help out. DJs, any words out there, how do you like the fit? I mean, I love the fit. I feel really bad for them, but they actually made a great thing, like designing this, and there's even like something else in the back too.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I'm sure.
awareness in the family. Can you turn around again so I can read it? In the family, no one left behind. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that what it says? Anyway, we're all for you, Mike. If you want to donate something to Mike, those are the details scrolling down below. Cancer is just absolutely terrible. I mean, it's a horrible thing for any family to get hit by. We've been touched by it. It's terrible. So we feel you, and we'll definitely be supporting that for sure. So all out for Mike. All out for Mike.
All for Mike, guys. So again, Price is 499 pesos for the shirts that Tito, James, and I are wearing. And it's 999 pesos for the hoodie. Again, you can send your help, donations, and etc. And all the details, you can find them on their Go Get Funding page, All Out for Mike's Brain Tumor. Or you can send them a message on Instagram, All Out for Mike. And if you get lucky enough to find them on Facebook, you can just look out for them on All Out for Mike. Again, Peter James, that's actually all that we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize the clockers. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Bye. By the way, we don't have Titoclock for the next 2 weeks because Tito James is going out on a trip.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Tell them as early as now.
But we might be able to still do some raffles, right? We may be able to still do some raffles. We don't like to, just because we can't be here for a full show. We like to at least honor
make people happy
as much. Yes, because I mean, like when you see the winners, like X and I and the rest of the team, we see the winners, we meet them. You can't begin to describe the feeling that you get from them, because they got something out for nothing, and that's probably in this day and age, it's unbelievable. People they just can't believe it. They just say, I thought it was something that would always happen to somebody else and all this, and then so to just experience that joy firsthand from somebody that got something without being expected anything in return, it's really just the purest form of, like, I don't know, happiness, love, I don't know. So it's just great when somebody, we like to keep the raffles going, put it that way. And I know a lot of people have been putting their cycles over here on the comment section on the side. They're all dying to see who wins the bike, and of course the Busy Bee cleaning package. But before we get into that, let's do a quick Ask Me Anything, and then we'll get straight into the raffle. Don't worry. All right. So first up, we got. This is brought to you by PETRON, of course, and go for their 3 times bonus point promo with your PETRON value card. Go and check it out at every gasoline station nationwide, or should I say PETRON station nationwide. Not every gas station, only one has these bonus points, which is PETRON. I love using it for that. Okay, so let's go. Let's check out the first questions. A little predicament, nutshell, about a secondhand car from Car Lane. All the salesmen said they would get me an ORCR a few weeks after I purchased. Ooh, it's 3 months. I still haven't gotten it. I checked with LTO. It's still incumbent. Oh. The car is still in the owner's or name. Oh, we should have. Okay. The Car Lane agent said they will be trying to go with the rubber cars. Okay. Yeah, let's pop that off for a second. You really should get, especially with a secondhand car, you really need to have that before you leave, because again, this is what you're trying to avoid. If it's encumbered, it will just be taken from you. You cannot plead ignorance to that. So that's why it's so important to make sure you get a check. I know they used to have services, right? I remember doing one here. I think it might have been a Free Plug Friday or somebody we interviewed before that offered the service of checking if your car is encumbered via this text service. Right? You had to pay, but it was definitely very, it would save you a lot of this kind of headache. So I don't know what to tell you in terms of how to rectify this, but I would go to the DTI perhaps right now and request for a mediation, because this could end up costing you quite a bit, including the car, if they find out it's encumbered and the finance company comes and takes it away. So definitely get it checked. And if your paperwork is all cleared up with the secondhand dealer, well, then I would think that they would be able to file a case against them. But you never know. This is why it's so important to make sure that you get your documentation, especially with the secondhand car. The brand new ones, it's difficult enough, but at least it's brand new, no previous owners. But this one is, yeah, it's a huge problem. Okay, next. Quick question regarding the removal of 30% of EVs. Will this make it mandatory for EV dealers to reduce their current price to no? Or they can just choose no? No. Okay. Yeah. What's this for? Yeah, this is the price on PI. Yes, it's point price reduction. Sorry. Okay. No. You see, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't take away 30% of the SRP. And then again, they're not mandated under law to give this. This is basically a reduction in their tariffs and their taxes. But if they want to pass it on, they can. If they don't, then it's the free competition, the open market, the free market, should I say, that will eventually clear that up. I mean, remember, they're operating in a free market, so they can charge whatever they want for their car. They can charge 10 times more for their car. Will people buy it? Well, not if they have better choices out there. That's why it's very important to have an anti-monopoly law in here, which we are supposed to have, but we don't really listen to because we know so many monopolies or duopolies that control the market. But that's why, to answer your question, no, they don't have to pass on all of those savings to you. But then again, you as the customer hold the ultimate power with your wallet, right? If you're not happy with that, just go to another EV company or another car dealership that sells EVs, and then that's it. Go and buy from them. That's how you rectify that situation. Next. No plate, no travel LTO. I just bought it, was unlicensed when we were month. This is about was a plane number. Okay. Regarding the no plate, no travel LTO policy, I just bought a new car and I was advised that license plate will be released 1 to 2 months. Yeah, they always say that. This is what my agent told me about po sa plate number. As long as hindi pa po nagdating ang plate number po, yung invoice muna pwede niyo gamitin po. Okay, very tricky question because you are allowed to use your invoice, but the invoice is only valid for 7 days, I believe. The tricky part about this question is it keeps on chopping and changing because they don't release your plate within 7 days. And I don't know anyone that got their plate in 7 days. So you're stuck with a situation where you're only allowed to drive your car for 7 days since you bought it, or even if it's 14 days, it's still not going to be enough. And then you're going to have to stop driving your car. Every time they have a task force come out with the no plate, no policy, no travel policy, then they always have to backtrack because they can't deliver the plates. So it's a very, very messy, tricky situation because the LTO blame the dealerships for not picking up the plates. The dealerships blame the LTO. At the end of the day, it's always the customer that is taya. And then sadly, before this gets rectified, a few people have to get burned and they have to get caught on the road. Sometimes their vehicles are impounded before they reverse the policy because they realize that they cannot provide the plates. So I wish that they would just settle this once and for all and just say, until the plates come out, you are allowed to drive your car. I'm sorry, but that's unless they can prove the plates out, you've hidden it. They should really have it should be the 100% burden on them, meaning the LTO, because it's the LTO that issue the plates. Now, the LTO, if the dealerships are the ones, but the dealerships have no incentive to hide the plate. They just don't. I mean, they want happy customers, and it's not within their power, nor is it within their incentives to hide it from them. Now, I got my MG plate, thankfully, but I'm still waiting for my Volkswagen plate, and that's a 2014 model. Yes, 9 years, and I still haven't gotten the plate. Went back again the other day looking for it because I handed the car back down to my son, and it's still a problem. It's still not available. 9 years. There you go. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, wow. Thanks, PJ. Where do you get your hair done, Tito James? I believe I haven't seen a bad hair day in the way back. Oh, I've had some bad hair days. I got this done at Culture Salon in BGC. And actually, we all went there. And they had all the beauty queens in there. They do all the beauty queens. They were doing Miss Eco International contestants were there. And I think, was it just Miss Eco? Miss Universe. But then Ashley was there too, Miss Eco International candidate. So they basically do the beauty queens. And yeah. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And of course, I got to give a shout out as well. A very big shout out. Not necessarily for the styling, but for the growth to Svensson. because Svensson I've been going to for the last 3 years, since before the pandemic. And before that, I had real problems up here. You can probably still see. You can probably still see a little bit there. But I tell you, at one point there, that was really, that had a big, tiny spot because it was thinning. And I went to Svensson, got a consultation. They put this little micro camera and they shove it there on top of your hair. And then they check the follicles. And what they check are the gaps between the follicles to see where the problem areas are. And over here on the side, well, the follicles are very close to each other. In fact, they look like sort of SMDC over here. But when you get to up here, it's about Forbes Park area, malaking lote. So they were able to do some treatments, nothing invasive. I don't like doing anything invasive. I'll go gracefully if I have to go bald, I'll go bald gracefully. Just like I don't dye the hair as well. I let myself just go gracefully. And it's still far work. They give me a tonic, they give me a shampoo, and no, I don't color my hair. I've never colored my hair, ever. Actually, I don't remember a single time, even for like a costume party. No, I can't remember a single time I've ever covered my hair, colored, should I say. So there, that's the answer to that. So Svensson for the hair growth, and that's been about 3 years now, and they just keep it grew back, or it got better, and now it's maintaining. And then Culture for the styling. Yes, absolutely, Kathleen or Caitlin. They offer free consultation, and they don't normally recommend. I was never recommended any kind of invasive treatment. Never once even mentioned. I was just told, let's just go for the Rivage system, which is just basically this spray. There's several things that they do. One is this very cold spray. I think they call it the Rivage, and they spray it on your hair using this machine on your scalp, should I say. And then they put this red light, infrared type of thing. And I just find it very relaxing. I go there once or twice a week. And, it's great. They got free parking. They got free latte. You're always in a private little room. Everyone's got their own little booth. So, you're just sitting there on your phone or reading a book or watching a video or something like that. It's great. Svensson BGC is where I go. But I've been to many other branches, but I now go to BGC because it's nearby. All right. Gosh, that was a long one. Do we have time for any more? Or should we go for a random one here? Raffle that? Okay, so you heard X. It is everybody's favorite time. It is raffle time! Woo! You ready? Yeah. What? Where's he? Oh, here. Here we go. You get it. Are you doing your? I thought you were doing your mandatory video of. Even though he's already in the air, we go.
Please fix his bandana. Please fix his bandana.
Hi, the stage mom. Okay, stage mom. Fine. There you go. Fix the bandana of Rocket. All right. So before anything, we just want to say that. Titoclock is brought to you by, ready Rocket? Global Dominion, PETRON, Auto Kid, Ogawa, Malayan Insurance, and Skinaway and Culture Salon. Wow. All right. So there you go. Got the supporters out of the way because we just couldn't do this without their help. So thank you very much to all of our supporters. Some of them have been with us since the very beginning. Right, Rocket? And you ready? You ready? Okay, let's do this. This is for the Busy Bee? Okay, this is Busy Bee, Rocket. Ready? This has your name on it. Ready? This has your name on it. Go and press first. Congratulations, Janelle May Bernardo.
Rocket on Instagram.
Okay. Don't forget, Janelle, if you're out there, have 24 hours to claim your prize, send a message to this little fellow over here on his IG. That is the.rocket.launcher with a screenshot as proof, because Rocket is very strict with the raffles. Don't worry, nobody's ever failed that test. You know, it's every time, because we have software that basically, you know, because sometimes you can get what, 20, 30, 50, we've had over 100,000 comments at times, and the raffle software is very specific. It'll pick it out, but it will link you. So it's not just the name. We can click the name and go back to that profile and see if it's really the same profile somebody sends their screenshot from the account that they won with. We just like to keep it above board, right, Rocket? Okay, so next one. One more, Rocket. Ready? There you go. Press. Ooh. Icy Santos magtanggol. Congratulations to you. Hi, Orc. Me, your friend. Hi, Orc. All right, so congratulations to Icy. Same deal for you. Send a message to the Rocket on igd.rocket.launcher with screenshot as proof, and we'll get you that bike. I don't know if you can see it on the outside there. There you go. See that? It's there on the whatchamacallit. Yeah, of course you can see that. It's sitting there on the balcony right now because it's a great place to sort of work out. Especially, you know, you get the fresh air and stuff like that. It's really nice. So that's it for today's show, Rocket. You want to say goodbye to everybody? Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you again. Maybe not next week, unless, of course, we have a live raffle. But the Titoclock program itself will take a 2-week break while I'm overseas. And then we will definitely be checking in with you. And hopefully we can have some really, really kick-ass raffle prizes for you while I'm gone, so that we don't lose this Friday habit. Because I love it. I hope you love it too. Till next week. Bye, guys.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.